Hi everyone, Linda from Let's Talk Prepping. And we hear everybody talking about how the United States is becoming another Venezuela and what it means. So I thought we should look at this really interesting article about Venezuela and what's happening in relationship to food there. And even if our dollar survives, which it looks like it's not going to, they made an agreement with the debt ceiling, so the debt's going to go up even more. So I don't expect their dollar to survive. I can't tell you when it's going to die. No one can tell you that exactly. But get ready for bad things to happen. But our food supply is just getting worse all the time. Food is getting more expensive and more scarce. So let's see what they're doing in Venezuela and how they're trying to control people through the food. We're over here at Breitbart.com. My Socialist Hell, How Venezuela Uses Hunger to Control a Starving Population. And this is May 26, and it's in Venezuela. And it says, for the past 24 years and counting, the ruling regime has used basic needs, housing, food, and jobs, to force people to depend upon the government. And you know we're doing that in the U.S. with housing and food and even jobs now. And you've got the World Economic Forum, who's also trying to control people through housing, food, and jobs. So it says the most important tool for manipulation is the local committees for supply and production. It's a free food program born from the total economic collapse socialism caused in the country. So what the author did was that she went and delivered these CLAP bags of food to her neighbors in the apartment building. She said it's basically a program that distributes a box and sometimes a bag full of highly subsidized food to registered families. Now, what we have here in the U.S. right now is it's no longer called food stamps, the SNAP program, or the EBT program. And those are registered people who belong to that, and they can go to the grocery store and get their food. However, what happens when we just can't get to the grocery store because food is not available there? The government then will take care and take over that. It said the cost of the bag tends to be around $1, less in some areas, more in other areas. But this is what's interesting. Reports of the CLAP kits containing low quality, often outright rotten food full of worms have been abundant in the past 7 years. And yet, because socialism destroyed the country's economy and people's ability to purchase food, many still have to rely on these bags for their subsistence. It's like having your legs broken, but then being told you should be grateful that the person who broke your legs is loaning you a pair of crutches. It says clutches here, probably crutches every now and then. And 7.5 million Venezuela households receive these bags at least once a month. And here's a picture of the bags. And it says there's not much regard for proper handling between wherever they come from and the street they are dumped on. As a result, many of the contents of the bags arrive open or with their packaging torn. I've been told that cooking oil, which is supposedly should come with every bag, doesn't come every month. This month's bags did come with it. And here they have pictures of it. It is guaranteed to come with roughly 10 kilograms worth of food, and a kilogram is 2.2 pounds, so that'd be over 20 pounds of food, spread between a few bags of corn flour, rice, and pasta. It might come with a kilogram of sugar or a can of sardines or tuna, never both at the same time, and sometimes a can of luncheon meat. If you're lucky, it might come with a 250-gram bag of powdered milk. It says the contents are significantly cheaper than buying a single kilogram of the nation's most well-known corn flour blend. These bags are distributed on a per-family basis and expects your family to sustain itself for an entire month with it, even though the rather carb-heavy package does not make a difference in terms of nutritional requirements. And it says the cooking oil and the powdered milk are likely the most coveted items as they're the most expensive. And it says, at least these days, the powdered milk is coming from Lacteos Los Andes, one of the 441 companies the socialist regime seized over the years, because in 2019, one of their neighbors received a bag of milk from China. So this is a picture of the bag of milk from China and the back of it. And you can see it's manufactured in China. Now the tuna. I'm not so sure about it, as it has recently been accused of being ground cardboard due to its rather low quality. It says distribution is strictly controlled. If the building has 11 recipients, then the building gets 11 bags, no more, no less. And you must sign a spreadsheet, proof that you received your benefit no later than 24 hours. And you can tell them if something went missing, but it doesn't matter because you're not going to get it. And if you work at a public office or retired from one due to age, you're eligible for an additional bag. And these bags have a higher quality products and more variety. So despite the clear health issues with the CLAP bag's contents, many across the country who have been thrown into extreme poverty must rely on these broken crutches that the men and women who broke their metaphorical legs provide for survival. And this is Christiane K. Caruso. She's a writer. And can't you just see that happening in the U.S.? Can't you see that we already have so many people on food stamps or the SNAP program, whatever it's called, EBT program? We have so many people on that already that as soon as there's a breakdown in the food supply, something like this will occur. That is, if the government has any money to do it and decides to do it. But it will be bad quality food because you know by the food pyramid now, if you look at that, they've got things on that food pyramid that should never be on there. And that's what you would be given to eat. So I would advise you to start prepping more, to get out there, get your food now while you can. Get the garden seeds, start gardening, learn how to garden, learn how to sprout, learn how to grow microgreens. Do it now while you have a chance before it's too late. And thanks for watching. Please comment if you have any comments down below. And if any of you are from Venezuela or know people in Venezuela, let us know what's going on there, because the United States is rapidly heading that way. Thanks again for watching.